Alright guys, welcome back to LJ Reactions. I will be your host, James. And if you guys do follow me on Twitter, you saw my updates with the Rumble. Told you guys I'd get it out in the morning because over here in the East Coast, that shit ended at what? 12:05, bro. Shit ended at 12:05 and I was already burnt out last night. So like, I'll do it in the morning when I wake up, and also I've been able to sleep on things to digest if I have any change of mind on certain matches. So I told you guys I'd get it out in the morning time, which I am. Now, let's get to the issue with these long-winded pay-per-views. Now, really, Mania and Rumble and SummerSlam are the ones that are super freaking long. Now, Vince, this is like the fourth time in a row, fourth big event in a row. We had it with Mania last year and the year before. And then the year before it's SummerSlam. Listen, if you're going to have these shows start at 7 and go past midnight on the East Coast, go past midnight. Either A, you change NXT to freaking Fridays and then the main roster Saturdays. People have to work in the morning, people have school in the morning on Sundays. So either A, you change it an hour behind where you start the show at 6 o'clock. Like the Super Bowl is going to start at 6 o'clock on the East Coast and probably be done by what? 10, 11 o'clock, which is reasonable. Either you start your show at 6 o'clock and then you get done by 11 or 10:30. That way you get your 4-hour, 5-hour events in. Because again, look at the AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan match and look what happened. You know what I'm saying? Started earlier, your show earlier. But either or, just advertise events is going to go to midnight or something like that, bro. But that was really the big issue. It going way to past midnight. Because when I think when AJ and Bryan got done, it was already 10:30. When AJ and Daniel Bryan got done, it was 10:30 on the East Coast, and you're like, we still got Brock and Balor, and we still got the Rumble. Jesus Christ. That's what everybody was saying on Twitter. Jesus Christ. We still got those two matches to come. Now, that's really one of the big issues with the Rumble. Alright. Second big issue with the Rumble. Card structure. Again, there's no reason why that tag team match should not have been the place of AJ versus Daniel Bryan. Now, if you want me to tell you what I would have done, because look what happened with AJ and Bryan. I didn't care about it. No offense, and AJ and Bryan are two of my favorite wrestlers. I didn't care about it. The crowd didn't care about it. Twitter didn't care about it. And this is like what? How many matches in a row that AJ keeps getting the graveyard shift? Last year at Mania with Nakamura, he got the graveyard shift. This year at the Rumble, he got the graveyard shift, which the spot where nobody gave zero fucks about. Look at the crowd reaction, people. Now, if I would have structured the card, again, there's no problem with Becky and Asuka starting the show off, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain about that. But the tag team match didn't need to be there. You could have moved around and put the W title match there, or you could put the Women's Rumble there. Either or, there's no excuse to having AJ and Bryan be in the graveyard shift. There's no excuse. Put the tag team match there because nobody gave a freak about it. I didn't care about it. They didn't care about it on Twitter. Put the tag team match in the spot of AJ and Daniel Bryan. Nobody cared about that match. That shouldn't even been on the card whatsoever. Put that on the pre-show. Put it on the pre-show. Nobody cared about that match. Now, the Royal Rumbles themselves. Actually, you know what? Let's just touch through the card first, then we get on the Rumble matches themselves. Let's touch on the card first, okay? Asuka versus Becky Lynch. Now, if you watch my review, and you guys know I said Asuka would keep the belt, either by a DQ finish or Charlotte interfering, costing Becky the match. Asuka was keeping the belt here regardless. We knew that. It was just, how is she going to keep the belt here? Now, with Becky Lynch tapping out to Asuka, would I like to see that? No. I agree with, occasionally I do, like, I get retweets from people. Oh, Bubba Dudley tweeted this out. Bubba Dudley said that he wouldn't mind having Becky Lynch pass out. I believe that's what happened. There was a bunch of time in NXT, I think Asuka was facing Ember Moon. One of the times, I believe Ember Moon, I also believe Bayley, they both passed out. They didn't tap out. But I'm not going to complain about it because, again, today in WWE society, tapping out really does not mean nothing. Like, back in the day, it was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? When Triple H tapped out to John Cena the next night on freaking the Raw after WrestleMania, crowd chanting, you tapped out. You tapped out. You don't get that stuff no more in today's WWE society. So, having Becky Lynch tap out was not really a big deal to me. But, again, Asuka needs the momentum because, again, going to WrestleMania, what is she going to be doing? You know what I'm saying? You buried Asuka throughout half of the year. Now you gotta rebuild Asuka up. So I mean, having Becky Lynch tap out is not the ideal spot. I would rather have her pass out if she's gonna be in a situation where she wasn't later tonight. You know what I'm saying? Having me care about it, you would have her pass out, not tap out. So, but the match was really good between Becky and Asuka. I liked it. It was the second best women's match on the show, but I liked it. The tag team match, I didn't care about it. Really, honestly, guys, I really didn't care about it. It's just how are you going to get to the Miz versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania? That's the story, I guess, right? How are you getting to the Miz versus Shane at WrestleMania? And are you going to use the tag team titles for some reason to get to the Miz versus Shane, which I don't care. I mean, again, the Miz has done great work over the last couple years, so I guess this is his reward. You're going to get a big match against my son-in-law. You're going to get a big match against my son. You know what I'm saying? Here's what it is. I didn't care about Miz and Shane win. Now, I believe after that was the Women's Rumble match. Now, the theme here with these Royal Rumbles this year, it was not, you didn't rely on the legends that much. It didn't rely on returns. So, I mean, you relied on NXT. Now, I know people were going to say, oh, but they didn't have anybody new. Well, damn it, this is the reason why you have the Rumble match. Just show off people you don't know who the hell they are. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't mind that they had a bunch of NXT superstars. Yeah, you might have wanted one or two returns. I mean, you put Maria in here, but nobody gave a fuck about Maria. Let's be honest with you. This is the first time we've seen Maria on TV in God knows what, 8 months probably, or 9 months? So, I mean, you only had Maria was like the only, if you want to call it return, that was like really it. There was like, then you had the NXT super, I think you had, now listen, I'm not good at people's names. I know who they're dating, I'm not good at people's names. Oh, well, you had Candice LeRae, which is Johnny Gargano's, I believe, wife. Candice LeRae, you had her in the match. You had Ricochet's girlfriend. Again, I'm not good at names, but I know who she's dating. You had Ricochet's girlfriend, the girl who was a Ninja Warrior. She was in here. We had my girl, Rhea Ripley. I was like, damn it. When she came out, I did want her to win, though, man. Because it's like, damn it, I wanted her to win. But you had Rhea Ripley in here, which is... Rhea Ripley. I keep calling her Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was in here. She did a pretty good showing. Was there any more NXT people? Yeah, Rhea Ripley, Gargano's girlfriend. No, Gargano's wife, Candice LeRae. And you had Ricochet's girlfriend, the Ninja Warrior girl. And you had one more NXT girl. Then you had Kairi Sane. And you had Ishii. God damn it, I'm wrong. You had the other 8 Japanese wrestler in here too. And then you had my girls Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. And then you had Mandy Rose. Pretty much everybody else on Raw and SmackDown. Naomi. Okay, the Naomi and Mandy Rose spot was... Naomi's spot of getting back in the ring was good, and then Mandy Rose fucked her up and pulled her off the steps, and she had her face on the steps. So Mandy Rose had a decent showing here too. Lacey Evans had an okay showing, but you know where this shit came down to, people. Okay, listen, I'm also tired of these damn spots of people getting taken out of the ring and freaking put through tables, and then oh my god, they got to come back in and win the match. I hate that shit. Okay, I hate that. So and then Carmelo's number 30. We're trying to get here to the end, people. We're trying to get here to the end. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, surprised they got eliminated so early, but Lacey Evans eliminated both of them. Freaking Nia Jax. Oh my gosh. We'll get into Nia Jax later. Nia Jax came out number 29, I believe. No, I think Nia Jax was 29. Yeah, Bayley was 27. Bayley came out 27. Bayley had a decent showing in the Rumble. But Ember Moon had a decent showing in the Rumble too. But it came down to, I believe the last 3 were, the last 3 were Nia Jax. Lana was number 26, I believe. Lana was 26. Was she 26 or 28? No, Lana was 28. I believe Lana was 28. Lana was 28. And then she's coming out. Okay, this also clues to the pre-show. We'll get the pre-show later because we don't care about the pre-show results. Lana got injured in the pre-show by when Rusev bumped her off the apron. So Lana was trying to come out. She couldn't give it a go. Out of nowhere, because everybody's saying Becky's got to get back in the Rumble. At that point, you're like, how should she get back into the Rumble? There's only 2 people left to come out with Nia Jax and then freaking Carmella. So, how is she going to get into the Rumble? So, Lana was injured. She tried to give it a go. She couldn't do it. The crowd's like losing their shit. I'm like, oh, here comes Becky. I'm like, fuck, here comes Becky. So, Becky comes down the aisle. She's yelling at Fit Finlay like, she can't go. The crowd wants me. The crowd wants me. Come on, I can do it. I can do it. And then Fit Finlay's like, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. So, Becky comes out at Lana's spot, 28. So, the last 3 people in the Rumble for women are Nia Jax, Charlotte, and Becky. Now listen, people. I picked Becky to win the Rumble, but I was like, damn it. For some reason, I wanted Charlotte to win because, again, the story that they were telling with Becky Lynch was, okay, she lost to Asuka. She's getting another chance. Okay? I would not mind to seeing Becky lose again and then Becky win in the Elimination Chamber, like some shit against Charlotte again. You know what? I was rooting for Charlotte to win here because I just want to see what people would go crazy for. But anyways, Nia Jax is eliminated by, I believe she was eliminated by both. No, Nia Jax was eliminated by Becky Lynch. Okay? And then Nia pulls Becky out the ring and then injures her again. I hate that shit. The Rumble is not to get pulled out the ring, get injured, come back in and win the shit. I hate that shit. You're going to win the Rumble, you win it fair and square. Like back in the days with Triple H eliminating Kurt Angle. They eliminated Mr. Perfect. Or back in the day when he had John Cena eliminate Triple H and Batista. I want to see you earn it, not to be taken out, make me sympathetic care about you. No. If Becky's going to win this shit, let her win it properly. Eliminate Charlotte properly. Let them go 5 minutes. Like Undertaker, Shawn Michaels back in the day. Going like 6 minutes or 7 minutes. Going down to the very end and you're eliminated. Okay? I don't want to see you get injured, taken out, make me care about you, get back in, then win. I hate that shit. Okay? So, Nia injures Becky Lynch. Charlotte's like saying, oh, this is going to be so easy. Becky's injured. Look at her. You guys want her to win. All right, so Becky comes back in after saying, that referee's like, Becky, can you go, Becky? Can you go? Then the referee's about to raise Charlotte's hand, and Becky comes back in. Oh, God, come on, man. Come on, like, really, come on. So Becky comes back in. Becky and Charlotte go for like it was like 2 or 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Becky's like trying to get back up in the ring, and then Charlotte's trying to run and eliminate her. Becky throws her to the outside. They're both from the ring. No, Becky throws her to the outside and pushes her out. Becky wins. All right. Where are they going with this shit here, people? Okay, we all know Charlotte Flair is going to be involved in this match at WrestleMania. There's no way Vince McMahon is going to let his golden girl, Charlotte Flair, not be in the main event against Becky and Ronda, okay? Sorry, people. You all know that. We know that. Even though Becky won, here's our bone from Vince McMahon. Like, here, I'll let you guys have Becky win the Rumble here, but you know she's not going to WrestleMania, okay? So how are you going to get Charlotte, how are you going to get Charlotte into the main event match against Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch? The only other option here is, I think there's going to be a Fastlane pay-per-view. I think there is. So, at the Elimination Chamber, I believe probably will be Asuka versus Charlotte again. And Charlotte probably will lose again to Asuka, okay? Then at the, at Fastlane, you probably have Charlotte like, Becky, give me one more shot. Me against you. You put your spot on the line. Or some shit like, I think it was like what? WrestleMania 22, where like Rey Mysterio won the Rumble. And he's like, and Orton goaded him into putting, if I beat you, we make a triple threat match. That type of shit. I believe we'll probably get that at Fastlane, where Becky will be goaded into by Charlotte, saying, hey, if I beat you, Becky, we make our match a triple threat match at WrestleMania. You know, some of that type of shit there. So anyways, Becky wins. That's why I think they'll probably do something like that. Now we go into the Graveyard Shift match, which the crowd gave 0 fucks. I gave 0 fucks about it, and they put on a pretty good match. It's just that we didn't care. We were just so drained from the Women's Rumble match. And then also, it was just, again, they wrestled how many times now? This is like, what, the 3rd time or the 4th time in a row? Okay? We knew Daniel Bryan was not losing to AJ Styles, because we know AJ Styles is not re-signed with the WWE yet. He's not re-signed yet. Yes, people. AJ Styles not re-signed his contract yet, so he was not going to win here. They put on a pretty good match, but not better than their match they had at, what was it, Survivor? No, it wasn't Survivor Series. What was the last pay-per-view they had? Was it TLC? The TLC match? TLC match they had, the match at TLC was better than this one here. Okay, people? At the end, when they send out Eric Rowan, I guess it was like, people were like, what the fuck is Eric Rowan coming out here for? So Eric Rowan ends up coming out. AJ Styles ends up knocking out the referee, hits the Style Clash. Eric Rowan comes in the ring. Eric Rowan chokeslams AJ Styles, and that's how he loses. So I guess Eric Rowan is going to be Dan Bryan's new bodyguard or whatever, part of his stable, whatever. Who cares? Dan Bryan wins. Who's he going to face at WrestleMania? I don't know. Because I had John Cena win the Rumble here. I had John Cena facing Dan Bryan. Which, you know what? We may still get John Cena versus Daniel Bryan. Or we'll get John Cena versus Drew McIntyre. But anyways, Dan Bryan wins here. Universal title match lasted 8 minutes. At this point here, it was already 10:30. It was already 10:30 at this point when he had Finn Balor, no demon, but there was no demon. Some weird reason I thought Finn Balor was going to win here. Because when Paul Heyman says, the man who's been suplexing his way all the way to WrestleMania. At that point, I was like, will they give it to Finn Balor? After that, will they probably give it to Finn Balor? But anyways, they had a pretty good match. It's not better. It wasn't better than AJ Styles. It wasn't better than the Daniel Bryan match. This match was not better than Brock versus Daniel Bryan. It wasn't better than Brock versus AJ. It wasn't. I mean, they made Finn Balor look good, but at the end of the day, Finn Balor hit the coup de grace off the top rope. Brock kicked out and locked in the Kimura lock. Finn Balor taps out. Where Finn Balor goes after this? Maybe Finn Balor faces Undertaker. I mean, that's what I'm booking it on right now. Finn Balor versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's what I'm booking. The Men's Rumble match. Again, this year's theme was not many returns, if any at all. No surprises. Alright, so number 1 is Elias. I was like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, people. My intent was Velveteen Dream was going to be the number 1 entry in the Rumble. I was like, thinking Velveteen Dream has to be number 1. Because you had your NXT people. So Elias is number 1 to kick off the Rumble. So Elias is number 1. He plays with the guitar. Number 2 is Double J, Double E, Double F, Jeff Jarrett. I was like, what the fuck? Jeff Jarrett number 2? So anyways, Elias and Jarrett have this long-winded segment. It was like about 5 or 6 minutes in the ring. To the point Elias just beats up Jeff Jarrett, hits him over the ring with the guitar, throws him out. Yay. Number 3 was Nakamura. After that, it's like, what the fuck, who cares? So number 3 was a Nakamura. Alright. Surprise entrance in the Rumble. We had Johnny Gargano. So I was like, oh shit. Okay, we had Gargano. We have my nigga Pete Dunne, who's fucking amazing. Imagine Pete Dunne versus Samoa Joe or Pete Dunne versus Drew McIntyre. My gosh. Fuck. Pete Dunne was a surprise entry in this match. So we had Gargano, Pete Dunne, and Aleister Black. That's it. There was no Big Show rumor. There was like some rumor about the Big Show. No Ty Dillinger, no Matt Hardy, no Batista, no Triple H, no Undertaker. Okay? We had Kurt Angle, though. So we had Kurt Angle. It was surprising, but really were Kurt Angle, Gargano, Black, Pete Dunne. That's it. And Jeff Jarrett. If you want to call Jeff Jarrett a surprise. That's it, people.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Even my Echo Dot says that shit. That was your surprise entries, people. So, anyways, comes down to this. I think we're at number 27. I'm like, okay, Velveteen Dream's not yet to come out here. No Velveteen Dream now, okay? No surprise entry at this point, number 27, right? 27, I believe, was Randy Orton. No, 27 was fucking Dolph Ziggler. What the fuck? Dude, he got the same number 2 years in a row. Dolph Ziggler got the same number entry 2 years in a row. Alright, so the big eliminations here. Mustafa Ali eliminates Samoa Joe to the point I'm like, what the fuck? Mustafa Ali eliminates Samoa Joe. What the fuck is that for? Alright. Gargano, I believe, was eliminated by... I forgot who was eliminated. It was by somebody who, like, you were like, what the fuck? You eliminated Gargano? You? But Drew McIntyre eliminates Pete Dunne. Again, Drew McIntyre versus Pete Dunne. Holy fuck, that would be a great match. Aleister Black was eliminated by fucking Baron Corbin. That's who it was. Fucking Baron Corbin eliminates Johnny Gargano and Aleister Black. Like, what? So Aleister Black gets eliminated by Baron Corbin to the point I'm like, freak. Okay, when Aleister Black did come, I'm like, freak it, just push him. Push him, people. Aleister Black, push him to win the Rumble. But he eliminated by Baron Corbin. Andrade, which they cut off Ciamis, I don't know why. Andrade eliminates Randy Orton. He had a good showing. Ciamis had a good showing. And then we had Drew McIntyre. Oh my gosh, he came out. Not Drew McIntyre. I mean, we had Dolph Ziggler at 27, I believe. Okay, he eliminates Drew McIntyre. Why? If you're gonna do this is why? Why eliminate Drew McIntyre with Dolph Ziggler? For what reason? What reason? Why? Just a why. All right. So to the big issue of this Rumble match. If you didn't want to have R-Truth be number 30, you had Velveteen Dream, you had Adam Cole, you had who else was NXT? You could have. Who else you had NXT could have used? Hell, put Finn Balor back in the damn Rumble. You could have put Finn Balor back in the Rumble. You could have put Velveteen Dream. You could have put Adam Cole. You could have put Tommaso Ciampa. Who else do we have out here circling? You could have. You had other options, people. You have Nia Jax attack R-Truth. What the freak? My snap going crazy. You had Nia Jax take out R-Truth and become number 30. Just why? Why? Okay? She eliminates Mustafa Ali. I believe she eliminated Mustafa Ali. Randy Orton should hit that bit with an RKO immediately she got in the ring. There's no point of dragging it out. 619. RKO. Whatever else happened to her. There's no point. She shouldn't have been in the Rumble match. It's a waste. Okay? Anyways, Nia Jax gets eliminated by, I believe, I forgot who it was, but she got eliminated. Who cares? She got eliminated. Alright? Andrade eliminates Randy Orton. It comes down to, I believe, the final three were Strowman. No, hold on. Let's back up some. Bobby Lashley got eliminated by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins got taken out by Bobby Lashley. Again, I hate that shit. You get eliminated, you get eliminated. Don't be a little bitch about it. Okay? So he takes out Seth Rollins. So at this point, everybody's like, oh shit, you're going to have Seth Rollins rest under the ring. You have Seth Rollins rest for like under 5 or 10 minutes, okay? But anyways, Dolph Ziggler was eliminated by Braun Strowman. the final. Hold up, who was the final three? The final three was Cialis, Ziggler, Strowman. At that point, Strowman eliminates Cialis, and then Strowman eliminates Dolph Ziggler. Comes down to Strowman and Seth Rollins. To the point, I was like, oh my god, if Braun Strowman wins this shit, I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, so at the end of the day, Rollins wins the Rumble. The way it happened, that they're both on the ring apron outside. Rollins does his curb stomp, which drops Strowman out off the apron. Okay, so Rollins wins the Rumble here, and people are like saying, I was trying to gauge the crowd reaction. I'm like, it was the kind of decent reaction. It wasn't like, oh my god, Seth Rollins won the Rumble. It was like, okay, Rollins won the Rumble. Yay. This type of reaction was because, again, I'm not gonna blame Seth Rollins for this. It's just that you had him feud with Dean Ambrose and freaking Bobby Lashley and all this other bullshit to the point you fucked up Seth Rollins. Now you got to rebuild him back up to the point where it's like, yeah, you're gonna beat Brock Lesnar. Cool, bro. That's the point of kind of reaction that he kind of got. People was like, yay. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of work to do, people, because again, you fucked up Rollins. He should have beat Lesnar at SummerSlam. That's when he was hot as hell. You gave the Roman Reigns. Now you got to try to fix this shit. So it's to the point where it's like, build him back up. Because again, I wouldn't have minded going with Aleister Black versus Brock Lesnar. I wouldn't mind going with Pete Dunne versus Brock Lesnar. I wouldn't mind of having, you know what I'm saying? It's just that now you have a lot of work to do to build Seth Rollins back up, people. You have a lot of work to do. Now, it was better NXT? No. Again, I'm going to let nobody talk me into believing at any pay-per-view, no offense, if it's going to be NXT against WWE, never picking WWE ever again. Because the way you booked this, bro, is just like, Jesus Christ. It was Jesus Christ. It was that type of booking. Again, Cena, I don't know. I guess either you give him Drew McIntyre or you give him Daniel Bryan. That's the way I'm looking at right now. Randy Orton, I guess you put him against AJ Styles. I mean, because I think Taker's going to face Finn Balor. I mean, I think Taker will face Finn Balor, and I guess you give AJ Styles Randy Orton. Shit. Not that much else to do. Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, on the other hand, sorry, bro. They don't give a fuck about you. And I don't either. So, guys, comment down below. What do you think of the Rumble? What would you do going forward the Rumble? If I get off work early tonight, I'll probably do live reaction to Raw. Because, again, I'm off. I get off early on Monday. So, we'll probably try to do that tonight. See what they do with the Raw. So, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Catch you guys later.